Wow. Hello there. Welcome back. How are you all today? I'm Woolen. I'm back. We're playing some more Minecraft beta today. It's been a week, and I've been looking forward to this all week, frankly. The support on this series has been absolutely fantastic. I was not expecting so many people to enjoy it and get the same sort of feeling out of it that I was hoping. I kind of thought like maybe like 20 people might end up watching like a bit of it, but I mean, I don't really know what to say other than thank you. I'm very happy that you enjoyed it, and we'll be continuing with it today. So hopefully that brings another little smile to your week. My plans for today, first of all, to remember what I was doing. We'd built this. This is a point of contention in my mind. No one pointed out anything about my lack of building skills, so I appreciate that. But this has got to be something. We got to do something about this. I would like to get some iron tools today, if possible, as well, and like just kind of start to get some general plan for the future. We spent all of last episode walking and talking, so today maybe we can spend a bit of time progressing and blessing, if you know what I mean. Clasp your hands together. That's right. Anyway, with that said, I have a few notes. Mentally, I haven't written them down because I'm stupid, from questions from the last video. So some of you might have been wondering why I was getting killed in the night. In beta, I don't know when they changed it in release, maybe it was on release, but stuff, I think if it's within like 8 blocks of your bed, something like that, if a mob can spawn there, then they might teleport to your bed. So while you're sleeping, it'll just spawn a zombie in front of you, because a zombie could have spawned out here. So the fix for that really is just to make your bed like a little high, like put it on the second floor, or to make a really big house. On top of that as well, there were some other questions in general, which the answer of which is mostly just solved by this is beta and that doesn't exist yet. So feel free in your own leisure to run through all the comments in the last video. Most of them were fantastic, and then some of them were questions, again, that were like, yeah, no, that feature didn't exist at this point. Well, anyway. Let's not faff on too much. Let's get some tools and just start doing a little basic digging. I want to try and fix this horrible mess outside that we've got. You hear that? I don't know. I've raised the audio a little bit since the last video. You lot were saying that it was nice, but I do think it could have just been a touch louder. So I'm gonna give this a go. We're gonna be experimenting until we find something that works for us, I think. You'll never get anything right the first time, really. It's all about repetition and incremental improvement. There's something you sort of learn as a programmer, right? Not to get too philosophical, but you learn very quickly that you'll never do everything right the first time. It's impossible to plan for everything at once. I kind of like these two big trees, actually, but this one, it's going to be a little tough to work with. We can always plant a new one and try and grow it, or I can try and work with it as it's there. Oh, it's beautiful. I love this music. It's... I really like C418. I own the album on Bandcamp. I think it's the website. I own only a few songs on there, so they're one of the lucky fews. I own the Minecraft soundtrack, some random songs from Hat Films, the Nuclear Throne soundtrack, and the original Flash Isaac soundtrack. So you're in hot waters there, of the good kind, C418. So thanks for the tunes. Thanks for the many years of pling plong plings. Now I don't want to ruin my wall here. I just wanted to get some like stone. Maybe I could turn that into a mine. I always think right now I'm planning. I want this to look kind of nice. Maybe we could sort of create some sort of path down here and then turn this into a mine. I like to keep stuff natural. I'm gonna lower the audio again a little bit. I'm jamming out, but I want to make sure you can hear me. Nothing worse than a video where you can't actually hear the person talking, right? I remember watching a series a very long time ago in Minecraft. I, for the life of me, cannot remember who it was from. But they gave some really nice building advice, which is to try and like move with the land. I'm not a big fan of just flattening out an area and just going absolutely ham. And the advice they gave was basically just to suit your buildings to the environment. And then by doing that, you'll end up having very natural looking structures because, you know, the game generates them for you, basically. Spooky sounds. It's time for spooky sounds. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be planning on doing. If I'm building a house, I'll try not to just, like, completely demolish the landscape and what I said geofencing last time. I think I was thinking of terraforming. That's the word I was thinking of. I'm not going to do too much terraforming, so hopefully maybe I can make some buildings with, like, you know, they stick out a little bit and they've got some stilts poking into the floor to hold them up, or something vaguely realistic. I don't know. That's perfect. We only needed a little bit. I just wanted to make some slightly better tools. I said earlier I want to start getting iron, but seeing as they haven't just handed any to me, and we did spend all of last time walking around, I'm just going to try and do a little building progress for now, just to kind of get things moving. And we had no stone left for a pickaxe, so we're going to go with that. Well, anyway, we can move on to other topics. I've had like quite a nice. Have I had a nice week? I don't know if I've had a nice week. I've had a weird week. But today I did something quite nice for myself. I accidentally watched one of those sort of I don't know how to put it nicely, but I accidentally watched a video on YouTube that's sort of motivational. I know, right? Mega cringe. That's what the kids would say. And because I'm mega cringe, I actually took it to heart. And you know, it's just, you might have seen it in your feed. It was something about like improving yourself by doing something slightly different every day or whatever. It's like the generic, like, easy to write self-help nonsense, honestly. A lot of that stuff is just complete spiel. But as I say, as I'm about to be killed in my sleep, I'm perfectly fine. Never mind. I get to live another day, and so do you, Mr. Pork. Thank you. That will be your name until you despawn in a few days. Well, I've just my brain. I'm thinking about the little pig now. Oh yeah. I kind of took it to heart. I don't know why. I don't know why today. But I did, and you know what I did? Right. I was working from home today. I get a couple days off a week where I can actually do work because I get to work from home. Not a big Office fan, honestly. I kind of hate them. But anyway, I finished work. I put on dinner. So for today, I roasted some vegetables. I had like half an aubergine or an eggplant for you eggplantians. Half a courgette or a zucchini for you zucchinians. A red pepper and one of those like sort of sweet banana-shaped red peppers, which is a paprika for you paprikans. I know it's a thing in Dutch at least. Not to sound stupid, but I was using paprika as an ingredient for years, like as a spice, and I didn't know it was ground pepper. I just thought it was delicious. I had no idea that it was just like red bell pepper or something that's just been, you know, ground up and then, you know, toasted or smoked or whatever. I had absolutely no idea. That was a lovely surprise because it was one of my favourite vegetables. You can do so much with it. Like lots of vegetables with pepper, you get the most out of it when you absolutely singe the heck out of it. Like, most vegetables, I can't really think of anything that breaks this example right now, but most vegetables taste better singed up. So something I learned at some point, and maybe some of you might have learned at some point as well. Things like broccoli, right? When I was younger and my mum would make me broccoli, she would steam it until it went wet. And I kind of liked it, honestly. I thought it was kind of nice. But I understand that a lot of people really hate it and they think, well, broccoli, that's nasty. I don't want that. And I'm going to be honest with you. You're not enjoying it in the best way you could, maybe. What you really want to do with broccoli and a lot of these vegetables, and it's what I did with this, you know, aubergine, pepper, and whatever else it was, bloody courgette. You get a tray for the oven. Smack that oven up to like 220 centigrade, or I don't know what Fahrenheit that is, but I'm sure you can do a conversion. The hot one. And you cut up your vegetables nice thin. You cover them in nice olive oil. You absolutely drench them in olive oil. Like, I'm not even kidding. You annihilate them. Cover them in lots of salt, lots of pepper. Knead them with your hands, if you will. You know, just get them all coated. And then you roast those until they're almost black. You can roast them until they're black. Like, what I tend to do is I can't be asked to flip around my stuff while I'm cooking. I tend to get a bit bored of that. But what I tend to do is just leave the tray in flat. I don't flip them, I don't take them out, I don't do anything. I just cook them until the ones at the back are starting to burn and the ones at the front are a little soft. And then you get some nice textural difference. You'll have the vegetables, as I said at the back, they'll sort of turn into crisps or into chips. Hello, I don't think I have any bones for you. Sorry, sir. The ones at the back will turn into like crisps, into chips, and the ones at the front will be lovely and just like amazingly olive oily and delicious and fantastic. And the flavor you get out of them is absolutely insane. There's some sort of chemical reaction. I don't know if this is the Maillard reaction. If you've watched cooking videos on YouTube, people will talk about like alliums and Maillard reactions all the time. And they're good things to remember. Alliums just being like oniony things, I guess, but Maillard reaction, I think, is just the effect of browning something. So if you're a meaty person, if you're a meat person or whatever, if you sear a meat, it caramelizes in its own sugar, and that is Maillard reaction. What I like to do is the vegetable version of that, which is just to basically burn them until you get a nice bit of browning, and that's why it tastes good, because your monkey brain thinks tasty, and all that. You know, you have a good time with it. Anyway, this wasn't my original part of the story, but I'll tell you about what I cooked anyway. I cooked those, and then I just had some rice in the rice cooker. Highly recommend a rice cooker, by the way. I know it's super easy to boil rice. Obviously, you boil water and then put rice in and you wait a bit. It's not hard. Well, it's not hard for most people. I'm sure if you have some sort of... I'm sure there'll be plenty of debilitating reasons that you can't boil water, but for most of the population, you could probably manage it fine. But a rice cooker just makes it so convenient. Like, it is insane. You literally just put the rice in, the water in, and you press a button and it calculates everything. And it doesn't like overboil. It doesn't do the thing where it starts fuzzing up, like going and then it overflows, and then the top of your oven always gets like covered in that starch. It doesn't do that. And it will keep it nice and warm for you as well. So if you cook the rice, but the rest of the dinner's taking a bit longer, or you want to take a shower like I did, it'll just keep it there and keep it in its own little steam, and it's fantastic. Very convenient. If you can get one cheap, absolutely recommend it. I think the one we've got is technically a slow cooker, but it has a rice cooker option, and it does the job perfectly fine. Highly, highly, highly recommend. It's my cooking podcast for today, I suppose. Anyway, that wasn't the point of this. I cooked a nice healthy dinner, and while that was cooking, I encouraged myself to do exercise, which I know, right, like crazy. I thought you played video games. I thought I trusted you, all that. You're all thinking these things. You've been betrayed, and I apologize for that. I'm a bit of a betrayer, but that's just sort of who I am, I think. I managed to, again, I know it's not impressive, but I did like 10 minutes of Ring Fit on the Switch. It's this game where you have this sort of like, don't know how to describe it, this like elasticy but very hard like rubber ring thing that you can squeeze in and out, and you just sort of jog on the spot and do some basic yoga exercises. But it feels really good. You know, it makes your monkey brain, berries. It makes it happy because it's like you've accomplished something. So, and for me, I mean, I haven't done it for months, and I bought it originally to encourage me to do more exercise because it's a video game, right? You get like you get serotonin and dopamine releases constantly from the game telling you like, good job, you did it. Oh my god, you're the best. That's why I think the game works, at least. But yeah, it's good for you. And then I don't know, something just felt extremely nice about it. I was having a good time. And then you know what I actually did afterwards? I watched like a bloody yoga video. I can't remember the name of the lady, but she's super popular, I think. She's the one with like the sort of blackish, dark greyish dog, and she does yoga videos. This is nice. I kind of like this. I watched her, and then I did yoga for 10 minutes as well. Can you believe that? Are you listening to me right now? I encouraged myself after work to sit down, start cooking a super healthy dinner, which honestly I think I'm quite good at. I have many vices in life, but I think I'm actually a really healthy cook for the most part. I think I tend to be at least somewhat smart about it. You know, I understand that it's good to use salt, fat, oil, and heat and all that. I understand that olive oil is somewhat good for you. You shouldn't obviously everything in moderation, but it's pretty good to just load that stuff on for flavor and fats and all that. I understand that sugar is the evil of all things and all that. But, you know, I did that. I did exercise, and then I followed it up by relaxing with yoga. Like, that is not me. I promise you. I'm not normally like this, but something really encouraged me. And I think it was just watching, like, cheesy self-help videos on YouTube where, yeah, I mean, obviously your life's going to be better if you know, stop. I don't smoke, but, you know, if you stop smoking, or if you drink less, or if you plan your day out in the morning and then go for long walks on the beach, like, yeah. Sure, yeah. I mean, imagine that would make your day better, but I don't know. Maybe like I'm a stupid monkey, and watching it gave me like an excuse, right? Like watching this video, I was like, well, I might as well, right? Let's give it a go. And then I guess it made my brain want to do it. And now I'm here now making this video, and then after this, I'll hopefully be able to play the new Apex updates with my friends. There's a new season. Actually, is it a new season of Apex? I think it's mid-season, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really know how Apex works, but I really enjoy it. It's a fantastic game. I recommended it a lot, but like, if you like video games with guns in them, and you think, oh yeah, that sounds mad poggers, you gotta give it a go, please, for my sake. I love Apex. But anyway, yeah, on that, I pushed myself to do something, and honestly, I want to push you to do it now as well. If you're a bit like me, and you're not exercising, but it's kind of out of laziness. Like, if you're not exercising because you're bedridden, then okay, fine. Sucks to suck, I suppose. That's what the kids say. They always say that, I think. What am I doing? I need to balance out the planks. Okay, this needs to be like this. But if you're like me and like you technically can find 20 minutes somewhere, because that's all I did, right? Did 10 minutes of running around on the spot, and then watched a 10-minute YouTube video. You know, I chucked on my gym gear, because I think it's good about being in a mindset, right? If you're doing exercise and you put on your exercise clothes, you start to associate wearing gym clothes with feeling good about yourself, and you also start to associate wearing gym clothes to doing exercise. So the moment you put them on, you're going to be in mode, right? You're going to be ready to go. Whereas if you don't associate it, maybe if you're just wearing like your regular t-shirt from the day, maybe you find it a bit harder to get started. That's what I'm thinking, at least. I don't know how true that is. Just a thought. But yeah, you know, you chuck those on, and then you don't have to do much. Like, even just yoga, right? It's way better exercise than you'd think. Oh yeah, this is beta. You can't break this faster with an axe. I forgot about this. I love it. I hate it, by the way, but I love it. I think Alpha had a worse one. Like, you had to, like, pickaxe slabs or something. I don't remember. Or maybe slabs just didn't break at all in Alpha. Something like that. I'm enjoying my little skylight as well. If I remember my Minecraft tech correctly, stuff can't spawn on transparent blocks, so stuff like glass and half stabs. So that's cool. I don't have enough glass to finish off this roof, so just for the sake of... well, I can try and sleep. I think stuff will spawn, but well, we'll just test it out. If it spawns, I'll kill it. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Chicken. You're watching me in my... you know what? I'm farming bones. That's what I'm really doing. Let's pop out some torches. It might just be dark in here, honestly. And then maybe stuff could spawn along here. I think outside... We can give it another go. We have quite a lot of health. I should also write down my coordinates while I'm here. 1500, 80, 4000. If you could all remember that for me, that would be fantastic. Let's give this another go. Again, if something spawns, we'll probably be fine. Oh, fuck. It doesn't half scare me every time it happens, though. I gotta be honest. Don't know where he came from, but that's fine. He probably came from... Oh, he's probably spawning just on the roof or something. I'm not too fussed. You know what we should do? Let's go doing a little explore while it's nighttime. We've got a pick. We'll make like a backup little pick, and we'll go looking for some iron while it's nighttime. We'll wait for the day. I think that's a pretty good way to spend it. And then we'll come back and it'll be daytime. We continue building. Let's do that. We'll grab ourselves, 2 stone picks, some dirt in case we fall somewhere stupid. And honestly, just take all of these and a little chunk of wood. That seems fine. We don't need much more than that. Maybe a pork chop. We'll give it a go. Hopefully somebody doesn't blow up the house while I leave. There's just spiders. I'm not honestly too worried about. They're quick and nimble, but they're also like kind of stupid. You can just, you just sort of go around the terrain like this, and they get a little confused. And I'm what they call a bit of a gamer, you see. I don't have a virtual anime avatar yet, but I'm working on it. You know, one day I'll be a millionaire. Oh, hey, there was there was iron 1 square away. Really, that's hilarious. Do you know the viewers? Do you know that picture, right, of someone like drilling through like a tunnel, and then they're like right against a wall, and on the right there's like riches, and it's meant to be like an image that's like, oh, never give up, you know, keep going, your success is just around the corner, you know, something like that. It's literally that, right? Like if we'd have just dug for 1 more second, we'd have had a stone or an iron pick. So let's just plop down spooky noises. Let's plop down one of these, and let's quickly melt ourselves some. Here we go. We're gonna make ourselves we don't need to do much. Just 3 of these, and if I remember correctly, 1 plank is 1.5 melting. So maybe 2 of those should do this. There you go. I'm pretty good at this game, I think. Like, there's tons and tons I don't know, obviously, and this version is like 10 years old, so there's going to be stuff I've forgotten. But you know, I've put lots of hours into these games. I've watched an insane amount of content on YouTube, and while I haven't really kept up with the modern games so much, I'd have played it a bit on stream, so I know my basics. All right, you don't have to worry about me digging a stone with a shovel or whatever, you know, like you watch one of those content creators and it makes you hurt a little bit inside, but also it makes you smile because someone's about to enjoy the game for the first time, and that's something you never get back. I'd never tell you all about how I first got into this game. Like I feel like I've talked about it on stream, but I think there's probably like, you know, a few dozen people maybe that have actually heard the story. He says as he's about to get killed by a creeper, maybe? Give me a second. Let me get safe before I continue. Just light everything up. Let's try not to get too lost. I'm not doing the thing that you're meant to do where you put all your torches to one side of the wall. So let's start now. I'm plocking everything on the left. On the left. On the left. On the left. That's a ton of coal. Oh my god. On the left. On the left. Check it out. Gamer, right? Alright, everything's on the left. There's a bunch of coal here, so I'll actually grab a couple, just because we're about to get a bunch of iron, I think. Can you hear that in the background? I ran the wash earlier, so there's like a dressing gown and some stuff that have just been cleaned now. This should be enough for like a stack. Hopefully you can't hear that. If you can, welcome to the human world. There's background noises. I apologize, but we're gonna leave it there. we'll continue. Oh yeah, Minecraft. So as some of you might know, I'm a bit of a massive nerd. I don't know if I've given that away yet, but I really am. And when I was younger, we had a trash internet connection. I couldn't watch content. But what I could do was like scroll through forums. So that's what I used to do in my youth. I used to spend a bunch of time on like forums because those would load on our internet connection. I don't know if I'm not showing my age with that, but I feel like people don't really go on forums anymore, right? You see like Mumsnet when you Google for something, people are arguing if it's safe to feed a cat strawberries or whatever, and there'll be some mum on Mumsnet that says, "Oh no, don't do it!" Something like that. But I used to like be really into them, right? I used to spend a lot of time on them, and in particular, I used to spend a lot of time on Legend of Zelda forums because, again, I'm a massive nerd. I'm going to keep reiterating that. I don't know if any of you think I'm really cool, but probably not, let's be real. 2 in particular I used to spend a lot of time on. One of them was just for making fan games. I think it was like ZFGC or something. Zelda Fan Game Central. And it's just, that's where I used to get really into programming, right? Like you go on there and people would be posting their little games and demos they've been making, and it was really, really encouraging. It was a smallish community, maybe like under 50 users, and probably way less than that even making stuff. But it was really fun. It was exactly what got my like young brain going, right? Just seeing all these people doing things that I wish I knew. Like when I was, this is small. This is like pre-teens, maybe teens. I did it for a while. But, I was getting into programming, and I didn't understand like what variables were and like, basic stuff. I'd still smash my head against a wall in Game Maker and try and just fumble about, and I used to find that fun. And again, you don't really need an internet connection to program, you just need the IDE. But anyway, yeah. I used to spend loads and loads of time on this Zelda forum, and the other one I think was Zelda Universe, ZU. And people would go on there, they'd discuss like fucking theories and stuff. Like I'm a real nerd. I used to find stuff like the Shadow Temple really interesting. You'd be like, oh wow, how's Bongo and what's up with Bongo and stuff. Again, I hope I'm not losing any of you. I don't know if there's anyone in the world that can feels the same way. Like maybe spent a bunch of time on Reddit, but I don't know if it's the same sort of feeling because it's quite a big site now. Old Reddit was small, I feel. And I've kind of watched that site go from being sort of full of loads of niche communities to being about 4 or 5 massive communities that repost the same things every 3 days. It's a bit sad. If that's all you know about Reddit, then you sort of missed out on it. And there's still niche communities, but they're like hyper niche. And while I still spend time on it, it's mostly just to see like, fan art. You go on like the VTuber subreddits and stuff, whatever. Anyway, on the Zelda forum, I remember one day someone had posted a video, and maybe I can dig it up and put it in the description. I needed something else in the description last time. I forgot about it. It was like the setup video. I've added it now. If you needed to know how to set up beta, it's in the description to the last video, the episode 1. You'll find it. Anyway, I found a video of someone who had recreated Outset Island from Wind Waker, the first level, the first island where you live on. They'd recreated that in this weird game, which I think I'd seen like tiny screenshots of before, but I'd never seen much of it. This little indie game called Minecraft, which at the time I guess was in alpha or beta. I don't really remember when I bought my copy. I have a feeling it was the start of beta, because I think people have talked about the pricing before, and I remember it being closer to the beta pricing than the alpha. That's the account I'm on now. It's my TheBoy7477 account if you're feeling stalky. I can't even type in chat, yeah, it's beta. But, yeah, someone posted this video, and it sparked the shite out of my imagination. Oh, nice music. I had no idea what this game was. I had no idea what the point was. I didn't know how customizable it was. I had no idea. I'd never played a game like it. I'd never heard of any game like it, where it's like you have complete control over what you place wherever, and you can do whatever you want. Looking at the video, I'd thought maybe someone had just run around until they'd found like an island that looked a bit like Outset, and maybe it spawned a bunch of random houses, and they'd put like a torch in each of them or something. Or maybe the torches were already there and they had to light them. I had no idea. Obviously what happened was that they terraformed an island to look like this, and then they'd manually added all these houses and crafted stuff, but I didn't know that. I thought it was like prefab stuff, and like maybe you could place a whole building. I don't even know what games I played at the time that you could build stuff in. Like The Sims maybe, but no. I thought it was way more restrictive than that. So it really interested me. And I went on like Minecraft.net or whatever. I bought a key. It was like a tenner, I think. It wasn't expensive, so I could actually afford it as a youth. It didn't break the bank. I think before that, what am I doing? Before that, I quickly tried out Classic. I don't think they still have it. Maybe they do. But Minecraft used to have Minecraft Classic as like sort of like a test run, right? If you go on the website, it would say like buy full Minecraft or try Classic for free. So I tried out Classic, I ran around a few worlds, I'd seen the creations people had made, and I got a bit of a better understanding that it was like a sort of a building game. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll take a plunge. I didn't watch any videos or anything, because again, this was like, a decade ago. I didn't really know YouTube was a thing. I had to upload a video for one of my Zelda fan games as like a trailer, and I uploaded it to fucking TinyPic, because I didn't even think about YouTube. It didn't even cross my mind. I googled like image hosting, and like TinyPic came up. Video hosting, sorry. So this is that era. Oh, hey, Creeper. Please don't destroy the land. I live like right there. If you're okay... Oh, you took full damage. TinyPic. Oh. Anyway, yeah, so I bought the game, I downloaded it, I installed it. Took frickin' forever, I think. But I was so excited, you have no idea. I had no idea what Minecraft was. Never really heard much more about it than seeing these screenshots, so I threw myself into the world, and I can remember to this day, it's like August 2022, I can remember myself in like 2010 or 9 or 11 or whenever this was, on this exact beach. I remember it perfectly in my mind, where I spawned, what the land looked like. I don't know, such a specific memory, right? But I remember everything, and for this whole evening, I just ran around, just looking at stuff. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what crafting was. The wiki was down. I remember that very specifically because I was trying to Google for some basics, and everything was down. So I just ran around. I had no idea, absolutely no idea. And I remember seeing all these nice like beaches and like little stone outcroppings with dark shadows underneath, and the water that you could bob across, and forest. And it was amazing. It started raining at some point. It was so cool. Like, oh my god, this game is actual crack for like a monkey brain. It is everything that you want. It's insane. It really like awakened some creativity in me that I didn't know outside of programming. Again, because I'm the big nerd thing. So yeah, but I remember that really specifically, and I remember I got really scared of the monsters. I don't think I really understood it was a survival game until it got really dark and I started hearing zombies, and they were horrifying. I didn't know how death would work. I didn't know what would happen or how anything worked at all. A creeper's about to blow up my house, isn't he? But so I was terrified of them, right? I remember at some point I found a hill, like this, but not this. I remember quite what it was like. But I found a hill on a beach somewhere, and I just dug my way in with my fist through the stone, and I'd picked up wool from somewhere. I had no idea how. Obviously, I'd punched a sheep or something, and I used it to guard up the door to this little cave I'd dug out. And then for like half an hour, I must have hollowed out the inside of this thing, and I just remember sitting there like horrified in this pitch black room under a hill, listening to like zombies above me and at the door going like, I remember that feeling like of just being absolutely terrified. And eventually I worked up the courage to go outside. I broke the wall, I escaped. I went and I ran away. I ran. I went back to the beach that I spawned at. I should go find some sand quickly. I ran to that beach, and I started sort of building my own little house out of a wall. I punched all the sand away. I was thinking, God, some of these blocks fall. How am I meant to know what has gravity? Obviously, only 2 blocks have gravity, gravel and sand, but I didn't know that. I just remember thinking, damn, I've got to be careful. Stuff could just fall on me at any moment. I remember building this thing, and I think that was my first proper little Minecraft house. Was in the side of this hill. No, it was very sandy. It wasn't like this. There was the sand up the walls. There was even sandstone, which is crazy. And I think at some point, that was the end of the day, and I'd worked all that stuff out. I remember trying to test crafting. I thought it would work like Dragon Quest, right? I think it's Dragon Quest. There's a big magic pot that you randomly throw stuff in, and it generates an item, like a rainbow apple or something. I don't know. I also played that game when I was very small on the PlayStation. But whatever. That's how I thought it worked. So I was just randomly putting stuff in this little crafting menu, and nothing ever worked. I think I might have accidentally made wooden planks or something, but nothing more specific than that. I must have. But I think I remember the next day that I tried to get on, the wiki was working again, and I was once again exploding. I'd learned so much. I found out there's this crafting benches you got to make, and there's recipes, and the way you build stuff is that you make it look like the item you want to make, if you get me. To make a door, you put 6 planks vertically. That sort of thing. That blew my mind. I had no expectation of a system like that, where you're crafting. This was before every single game on the planet was adding a crafting element to it. So it's again something I hadn't really experienced. Zelda games don't make you craft stuff. Twilight Princess, right? You kill a slime, you kill a choo-choo, and you scoop it up off the floor with your empty bottle, and then you've got a potion. That's about the extent of it. Absolutely crazy. And I just remember having such a good time. And at some point, I think I'd created a few more worlds. I remember one really specifically. The next big one I'd made. And this is one I think I actually played on for quite a while. I'd built a proper little house, right? And there was this big lake out the front. near the sea. The sea was like this, and there was this big, very, very deep lake full of sand. Really strange terrain generation. And I remember at some point I'd gone exploring and I'd managed to find iron for the first time. I was so excited. I was thinking this is broken. This is like endgame gear. I was absolutely out of my mind. And so naturally I went out in the night at some point and got killed in the water. And the iron pick like floated to the bottom. And when I respawned, I like run, zoom, 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 zoom. To like try and get it back. But by the time I'd gotten there, it like despawned or something. I couldn't find it. And I was really sad. I remember that very well. I don't know if any of you have stories, you thinking about like that, but yeah, that world was good. I remember at some point in my house, I just decided, like, what happens if I just dig down? So I just kept digging down, and I landed in a cave eventually, and I found redstone for the first time. And like to bring it back up, I made like a big pillar, like of like cobble or dirt or something, all the way up to the top, back to my house. And I just started putting it on the floor, and I didn't know what it did, but I did it. And I think that was the first time I made a cake as well. Like, outside of my house, I'd been playing on this for quite a while, I guess, because I think I eventually learned how to make mine tracks, like railways. But anyway, yeah, I think I made like a little railway station and put like a cake in it, and I remember that quite well, next to the beach. It's kind of nice to reminisce, isn't it? Like, I have no idea what all of your stories are of this game, like if you've played it, or if you've only ever watched it, or if this is somehow your first time seeing it. It's unlikely, but I'm sure it's possible. I'm going to say it's unlikely, but, never say never. Was that what Justin Bieber said, maybe? Full of wise words, that man, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't take too much advice from celebrities, but I'd find it interested. I would myself be interested to know how you lot found this game, because I'm sure like 1 million people started playing it like within the last like 5 years, and there's also going to be 1 million people that have been playing it since like in dev somehow. They're like some hyper nerd, and they were like really into Notch when he was an indie developer or something. I don't know. I forgot, by the way, you're meant to like put this on a sheep to conserve the dye. You're meant to plonk this on a sheep and then punch it, and then that way you get a bunch of colored wool. Without having to get like 1 million roses. I think what I could also do is put bone marrow on the floor, grow a bunch of flowers, and then farm it that way. But I guess I'll wait until morning. Maybe a sheep will spawn. Let's call it a night for a second. I don't think things are going to spawn on this staircase here, but I'll just do this just in case. I'll pop this down. This seemed somewhat safe the other night if I just spam the place. Let's give it a go. What are the odds something spawns on us? Hold your hands. Oh, safe. It's always scary. Like, you don't get this feeling anymore. You really don't. And I'm sure, again, some of you just don't relate. But the feeling of being frightened when you go to sleep in this game is not something they've ever made again, right? They added... oh, you look so cute. Watame. They added... wraiths? What are they called? They added, like, the things that come attack you if you don't sleep. Like the sky banter ray things. But that's it, right? Like they attack you if you don't sleep. Oh, I could make orange wool as well. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I never use orange. I always red. I always make my floors red. I used to do that in The Sims as well, right? Like you'd get a nice carpet and you'd dye it red. Because it's nice. I'll leave these mushrooms here. Maybe they'll grow. You plant them again. Something like that. Let's make some cool orange dye. I want to make some orange sheep. Here we go, something like that. Orange dye, lovely. Let's go on a mild adventure. Nothing big. We'll even take some shears with us, maybe. They don't do anything. I think maybe I could shear the sheep. Like I think it's a mod. Beta tweaks. Yeah, it's one of these. Like it's disable long grass. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. Maybe it's not one of these. Gameplay setting? Oh, here you go. Yeah, I could disable punching sheep. But I'm gonna leave it for now. I kind of like it. I don't know about you lot. If you really, it doesn't really matter, I think. But we could try and get some leaves as well. I think leaves in this version are a little annoying compared to modern Minecraft. Like if you place them down, they will get. Oh, you can shear them. They'll despawn after a while. You can't just place leaves anywhere to make hedgerows. That was the change I liked. Instead, what you need to do is sort of hide like a log in the floor so it's nearby, or something like that. Which is a little jank. One of the lighting solutions I like using in this game is to dig a hole in the ground, 1 block, and pop a glowstone in it, and then, oh my god, and then pop a leaf on top of it. I think it looks really nice. But oh, look at that. Is this? Did we see this last time? We must have seen this. Like the Crescent moon tree. I like him. I know it's just like 2 big trees next to each other, but that's really cool. Where are my sheep, by the way? I want to make cool orange watames, please, sir. We've only got I've got 55 wool actually. I guess I could just dye everything. That's fine as well. Let's go back and continue building the house. I want to make a nice little floor. We've got some tools now. I haven't been killing many cows and our armor's been breaking. Now, you might be surprised as well. I think armor tends to last quite a long time in the new game. But they like completely changed what armor is for, I think. In this version, armor reduces everything like full damage, and I think it makes you drown slower, even. Like, it's crazy. Armor is really strong in beta, but it also breaks like instantly. It's which is also a little insane. I love ferns like this, by the way. Little mini ferns. I'm getting a little lost. I think we lived over here, right? Yeah, is this Dong Mountain, maybe? One of these is Dong Mountain. Maybe it's that? Maybe we live on the other side of this. Yeah, anyway. Armor's super good in this, but it does break. Like, this leather stuff has not been lasting. But it's done the job. Like, I think it's survived a couple monster hits. It survived a nice little bit of full damage. Oh, here we live. Well, that's cool as a little tunnel. I'm gonna pop some lights in it so we don't get too scared. There we go. Something like that. Ah, the music's back. Hello. This is like the Curious music. Ba-ba-bum. Bum 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 bum. Ah, watame. We'll go dye these ones as well, and then we'll start continuing with our building. Again, I think this was originally just meant to be like a little tool shed, but I'm now wondering maybe I'll extend it a little bit more. Oh, sorry, sir. That one didn't. Wait, hang on. Why couldn't I punch you? Is it only if I punch you with a fist? Yeah. They must have, the mod for this must be like, in particular for like fists, right? Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Sheep, for your wool. I'm gonna make a fantastic carpet. Just you wait. Not very creeper-proof, but you know, then again, what is? I don't really want to make my entire house out of obsidian. Again, actually, yeah, that's another topic, maybe. My houses always used to be very similar. I'd build them like 8x8 or 9x9, square wooden cubes. And then I put like a row of glass, or if I'm lucky, 2 glass like this. I mean, I'm sort of building it. I'm building a slightly fancier version, but I'd always build a basement or a cellar a few blocks down, and then I'd make like a little moat around the whole house. And I build it so that like if a monster fell into that moat at night, I could attack their shins from my basement, and I could pick up their items. And I always found it was very, very nice and safe down there. Otherwise, I'd be frightened at night because there'll be a creeper right outside the window. I think that's how I originally came up with it. So there you go, like a little bit of trivia. I don't know if any of you, again, have done anything like that. The survival aspect is, I guess, a bit old now, but I used to be quite frightened about it. And then, you know, you'd start building like a big perimeter wall around your little town that you were starting to build, and then you put like little sniper towers in it. Maybe you put like some bows in chests, or, you know, you'd light everything up. If you're really fancy. Oh, that looks awesome. Yo. It's so colourful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You'd build, yeah, you know, you'd build like a big, massive perimeter wall around everything out of like cobble, so it looks like a castle. And then you'd make like a little maze to get to your front door, just so creepers couldn't get you. Like a big popular thing to do on YouTube at the time was like, you know, protect your base style stuff, like a mob-proof base. You know, so you'd be having lava traps, or you'd have like a bridge that you'd have to jump over, and then you'd press something maybe, and it would toggle, or you'd have like a little lever in the ground, and you toggle it, and then like a drawbridge would shut, and mobs wouldn't be able to get over it. Something like that. It was super cool. I really like that sort of stuff. Don't really say it much. I've not really been looking out for it. I've watched, again, very little modern Minecraft content. I think at some point I started watching like, I think it was Korean. I'm not sure, but like some random like Korean Minecraft YouTubers like build guides, and I found them kind of interesting. They were just like, you know, they dig a hole in the floor and then fill it with knickknacks or something. I found it really interesting. Like there's a lot of small little bits in new Minecraft, like flower pots and stuff. You can get very creative with a lot of placements and things. And I vibe with it. Again, I said, by the way, less terraforming. I think I will do this. I think this house looks a little bit nicer just like that. But I'll leave this pillar sticking in the floor. Just like that. Gives us like a slight impression maybe of some height. I kind of like it. I like this indenting things a bit. It gives things a bit of depth. And then maybe I have like a little row of planks over here, I'm thinking. Let's experiment. Let's try some different things. That's the joy, right? I think it's also fun to like, you know, pop like trapdoors on the sides of things and open them to see what it's like. Maybe I could chuck some pillars down the middle in the middle of the house as well. I like how open it is right now. I'm kind of a fan. I could replace this corner with logs, maybe, or just actually have glass going all the way around. But then I'm afraid. I'm afraid it'll just be like a big chunk of glass, which obviously would look kind of nice. Like glass is a lovely looking block. It's just, it lets light in. And with real life, at least, you want as much daylight as you can get, right? You want those nice diamond city lights. There we go. So I think that's why I like it, at least. I'm gonna ponk around the back. I want to try all these different textures. Getting creative. This is the joy of it. You can't put blocks upside down in this, if I remember correctly. Again, that is something I quite like in the new. Oh no, it's this one. You pickaxe the block away, but you do get it back. I think it's alpha. You don't get it back. I'm going to try something like this, see how I feel about it. Again, you know, you can pop something down, but you can always pick it back up again, can't you? It's kind of cute, right? What do you think? Let me know. I don't know what I'd put on top of that. I just make the log a little higher, or I'd leave it, or would I cap it? Well, I like capping it. It looks kind of cool. It's like a beam, right? Like a scaffolding beam or something. It's kind of cool. I want it to match on this side, though, I guess. I need to get up on the roof, first of all. Here we go. What was I talking about before? I had something interesting I was talking about, and I've completely... Maybe I've already finished talking about it. I really do. I rattle on. I'm sorry about that. I have so much to say sometimes, you know. Sometimes I have very little. I'll be very sleepy, very snoozy. I'll have a whiskey or something, and I'll just be sitting there vibing. I had a Genshin stream like that only a few days ago. Maybe even yesterday. I've already forgotten. I had a nice Genshin Impact stream where I just sort of sat there and just had a nice vibe. And I rolled. I did a little rolling. Never put any money into the game. But I had like free Paimon gems or whatever. And I got some cool characters and stuff. So I was having a good time. I did some story. I was enjoying myself. But right now I'm in a talkative mood. And it's I guess I flick back and forth between it, right? Like I said, I think in the last video I relax by talking. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I relax by just saying nothing at all and just sitting in silence and just enjoying life. Because if you don't enjoy life, you got to work on it, right? No one's going to force you to enjoy it. Unless you've got really good friends. And if you do, I'm very envious. I feel like I have to like hog tie my friends up in a lewd way to like force them to play Apex with me sometimes. What happened, huh? I happened, I think. What am I doing here? That's strange. I don't like that. I don't know what I've done. I'm not a big fan. I think you don't get... Stairs turn back into planks, I think, so I'll just be breaking it like this for now. We'll quickly rest so we don't get murdered in our sleep. That's something on my bucket list. Don't get murdered in my sleep. Oh, let's pop that. Pop that. Alright. Test number 400. I'm going to actually get a sword out now. I don't know why I don't have one on me. Let's just make one. I have some sticks here. We'll just pop one in here. Swords in this version are the best. I know in one of the current versions you want to use an axe, but in this, you attack stuff by spam clicking. You go bop, 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 bop. Oh, fuck. So swords are good. You don't need to charge attack stuff. I don't know if it's a guaranteed hit, by the way, that the monsters spawn, or if it's a chance. My arm is nearly broken, so I don't know how much I want to test it out. I'm thinking stuff's just going to be spawning weirdly right now. Not sure where, maybe like in here. Again, you know, we'll sort out the lighting another time. We'll make something prettier. I'll make a bedroom high up or in the ground. Yeah, and that's another one you could do. You can bury your house in like a cliff face. And then stuff can't really spawn nearby, right? There's too much thick block. Thick with 8 C's, by the way. Oh, hold your fingers. Cross your fingers. Fuck. Where are you coming from? I don't want to die, because it will take forever to get back here, right? It'll actually take like 100 years. We could go back into the mines, actually. That worked nicely last time. We got some resources. Maybe we'll do that. We have a little bit of iron now. So I'll make myself an iron pick, because then we can come across diamonds, right? That's how you do this. You find diamonds. We'll make 2. Oh god, I hear steps. Oh, it actually is a creeper. Yeah, my little like basement I'd build, I'd often have like a second door out, because if there's a creeper at the front door, you don't want to go there. You know, you want an alternate way out of the house. So I'd often just have like a little ladder, like an escape ladder, to just go somewhere else. He doesn't seem to... I can never tell if they can actually see you through glass or not. I think they can. Whatever, they're being scary. We're going to cook some pork chops quickly, just so we actually have a food source. I've already started running out. I'm not growing any wheat or anything right now. I probably should be. We've got all these seeds. I could just build a basic little allotment out here with some fences. Pop up some of that. I mean, I'm running out of wood as well. I guess this is how the game works at the start, right? Water break. You just you start running out of stuff quick. You haven't got any farms set up or anything. And you haven't got like amazing tools to dig 100,000 whatever the hex. So stuff is spooky. I think this is mostly fine. We'll go with this. We'll cook this last pork chop, just like that. We'll take these. We'll have a spare pick. I think that's fine. We'll take a bunch of torches and some wood. I think wood is just wood in this. Nice. I'm not a big fan of the light wood, like the birch wood that they added. I like that there's variety. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have more options, but it does make me never want to use it. Oh my god, he's scary. I don't want him to blow up my house. Like, this is glass. This stuff will explode. I like it being a bit bigger. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I were to pop a bed up here, I don't know. I don't know if it's 8 or if it's like 4 in a circle either. I kind of, you know, when he walks... Actually... Okay, let's try it. The zombie's probably going to spawn, right? Careful not to open the door. Okay, he's... I'm good. Let's go, kill him. Get him. Oh, we're good. Just be strong. Be strong, Sleevelet. Be strong. That's how I talk to myself. I use my internet YouTube username. Is that not what you lot do? Weird. Imagine not talking to yourself in the third person with your username. Strange. Excuse me, sir. Okay. I'm feeling brave. Okay, I'm feeling good about myself. I did yoga today, dude. I can defeat a fucking Minecraft spider. Let's go. Oh. They're not on the tree above, right? They shouldn't spawn on leaves because they're transparent, I thought. What are you thinking there? Oh, British spider, bottle of water. Oh, transparent block in it. Oh, that's what he's thinking. Oh, my string. God, I am gonna run out of food. That's the scary bit, right? As well. Like, you can fight stuff, sure, but then you'll just run out of resources. You can't like stack 100 fucking golden apples on your ass. Let's try it again. This feels lit up, fam. Don't kill me, please. Oh fuck! It's like it almost went completely dark, right? Which means it's safe. So I don't know where he's spawning. Probably up top, let's be real. Like, you shoot from the block above you, don't you? Are you just about finished? Here we go. Yeah, these are like spider trappers as well. Oh god. Should be careful. Having like a little hanger thing there like that like trap spiders. That's something you like to do. I think I have nothing to make food with. You can't like eat pumpkins or anything, so I'm just gonna go for it. Nothing's gonna kill me. I said I was gonna go mining. Now I just want to like solve this housing solution, this housing problem. I'm going to solve the housing problem by myself. My rule will be, if you own more than one house, you have to give it to me. Does it sound fair? I think so. I think it sounds quite fair. And then I'll have a house, and then I'll be on the property ladder, and then I'll sell it in 3 years for 8 times the price. And then I can quit my job and just be a homeowner. I think that's a plan, right? Cross your fingers. Oh god, they're scary. They're scary. They do a lot. Like my armor's broken now. So I guess really we just go. Let's just go exploring. We've got a spawn there. Why am I talking about like having to walk forever? We'll just respawn in that bed. I'm being stupid. Now I could go and murder that cow for his back, but you need like a lot of resources to make armor, so he gets to live for today. We'll just go mining. I'll wait until it's a bit safer to change out my resources though. We need iron. We need more iron. We need more of everything really. If I find redstone, I won't complain. You know, if you want to give me like free whatever, I'm happy with it. We're also going to make this 3 high because I have a feeling that we'll be using this again. We might even make it 4 high because it's kind of nice if you have a big hole in the ground with stairs on it. I always had a few designs for holes, right? There's the classic this thing I'm doing where you just dig like a little stair. Another one I'd like to do is to build in like a little, like a ring, stepped ring in like a circle down. You know, like you'd mine this, leaving the 4 blocks. You'd mine out these 4 blocks down to the center of the earth, and then you just have this sort of staircase spiraling down. And then at the bottom of those 4 blocks, you'd have like a water pool, so you could jump straight down to the bottom if you needed to. I might build something like that. It's kind of fun. Then you can make them bigger and bigger and bigger, and it gets longer and longer to dig them. But as long as you're not in the mountains, it doesn't actually end up taking too long. Heck you, by the way, the idea of building a bigger roof. I'm going to build a small one. And sometimes what I'd do if I was being super efficient and cool, I would just do a 2x2, dig straight down, like bam, 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 where you place your mouse a bit like this. On one side you'd put ladders so you could get up, and on the other side you'd pop water at the very bottom so you could quickly go up and down. Again, that's something I could do, but it's not pretty. And I want something that's kind of aesthetic. Like we've all probably, you know, seen this game. As I said at the start, probably, right? So there's no need for me to do something hyper efficient and rush to the end of the game and have 100, you know, full diamond armor and tools and everything. I'm not about that. I don't want to completely trivialize the game by caving. I'll explore it if it's here. Like, this is cool. I love a good cave. It's kind of scary. It's not as scary when you're talking, I guess, but if I'm silent for a second. It's a little scary, right? Like, it's a little unnerving. There's something wrong down here. You just got to keep an ear out, really. I don't know why stuff isn't spawning so much. What difficulty am I on? Normal. I considered turning it onto hard, but I think on hard difficulty, everything just hits you much harder. Which, I mean, I could turn on if you really want me to, but I think it might just get frustrating. I don't know. I haven't got it on peaceful, at least, so stuff will spawn, and I'm ready to poo myself, honestly. Oh my god! We're this low! Oh my dude. The first diamonds. Lava, here you go. Here you go. Here. Oh my god. Look at it. Episode 2. Diamonds. Hang on, how do I can make like a thumbnail, like pose for the thumbnail, right? Like this. That doesn't really work, does it? How about like this? I considered making a thumbnail last time. I kind of forgot to. Oops. You didn't see that, did you? I hope not. Look. How about something like this? That's nice. People will see that and they'll think, wow, that's nostalgic. That's what I call poggers. Something like that. Bam. Thank you. Took a screenshot, I think. I don't remember the button for it, but there you go. In that whole time, nothing walked up and killed me. That's amazing. All right, and then what you do, right? This is what you do. There's redstone as well. What a lovely little tunnel. You dig all the way around, right? Because diamonds can spawn in like a diagonal. So you just check everything, just in case they've spawned somewhere like adjacent. Oh. Hello up there. We were walking over these just earlier, huh? Crazy. Okay, we've got enough to make a diamond pick. That's insane. And we could even, if we wanted to, make a bucket, get some lava. You know what I'm thinking? Make some obsidian. Oh God, redstone takes forever to dig. Did it always take this long? I don't know. That's fantastic. And this is where we get jump scared by something. I hope. I mean, you know what's possibly happening, by the way? There might be few monsters spawning because there's a dungeon nearby. And there's a way to check in beta. It's cheating. Don't tell anyone. But if you press F3, you can look around and you can see the monster like ID tag above their head. And you can see where they are through walls. So all the monsters are apparently over there. This is a thing you used to do. It's like cheating. So I'm not going to do it more than this. I just want to show it off. Because I saw it while testing and I completely forgot it was a thing. But yeah, if you want to look for dungeons, you'd look for loads of enemies packed together. I guess there's just a big cave system over there. And that's where they're all living. But yeah, anyway, I guess we've got our iron now. That's lovely. It'll hopefully be daytime by the time we go back. So we can go and grab ourselves some food so we don't die. Maybe we'll start building like a little farm or something. I don't know. I have no plans for the length of these episodes, by the way. I mean, honestly, I could probably do one of these for like 4 hours. I'm one of these live streamers you might have heard so much about. Oh, we can make mushroom soup. That's an amazing food in this. Probably still good, but everyone probably forgotten it exists. But mushroom soup is super good, and it's actually half worth having a mushroom farm. Or using the nether just to get as many mushrooms as you can, because it does so much, and mushrooms are everywhere. And right now my food options are killing pigs and cooking the pork, or growing wheat for like a few days, or using bone meal, or the mushroom thing. And the mushroom thing I think is like the best healing food, maybe. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, yeah. I could easily record one of these for hours and hours. But, you know, I think it's best that we keep them somewhat short in the Woolen scheme of things. Like, obviously an hour isn't short by YouTube standards, but by my standards, where I'd normally stream for like 2, 3, back when I, 4. Back when I was doing full-time streaming, they'd be like 6-hour streams, right? I'm quite used to it. I think it's best we keep it relatively short, just to keep things friendly, you know? I don't want to make it so people can't watch through the whole VOD because they only get like half an hour a day to themselves. And I don't want to get to the point where I'm not talking about anything because I've just exhausted myself from over talking. Let's do this to get out, by the way. I don't think it's... I know we're at like y equals probably like 25 here, right? 38, we're actually quite high up. Wait, is that y? Yeah, we're quite close to the surface, actually, surprisingly. I think it's nice just to keep them as their own little self-contained little movies. So I hope you have been enjoying them. It's been a lot of fun. Like, I said it at the very start of the video, but it's made me really happy. Like, reading the comments from everyone saying, like, oh my god, this is the best thing since sliced bread. People, like, appreciating the sort of content I'm making. It's really, really nice, honestly. Again, this is like a passion project, right? So think of it in, like, my shoes. I just sort of wanted to play beta because I've been a bit tired and stressed, and I just wanted to chill and just talk to myself for a bit. You know, you go on, you turn on YouTube with no expectations, and like actually thousands of people go and watch it, and they're like, "This is poggers. I love beta." Like-minded people. It's nice. It's nice to be in like a clan, you know. Monkey brain go ho, 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 social. Ho, ho, ho. We must be so near the surface, right? We keep seeing like glimpses of the planet. I think we're about to come up through like the side of a mountain or something stupid. I don't feel like we've gone too far horizontally. Like, we mostly just went down. Spooked the fuck out of me. I know it's just a sound effect, but, like, come on. You're telling me you aren't getting spooked in Minecraft? Are you real? Don't kill me, please. I'm a friend. I have 3 diamonds. The sound. You hear it? My shovel just broke. Here we are. We have so many, like, tunnels to the center of the earth. Yeah, look, we're right next to Dong Mountain. The greatest placeholder since sliced bread. Here we go, and we can go through the little It's nice when you start to learn your world, right? Like this little tunnel here. Like we've popped out of the earth. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Sheep. Is it okay if I just quickly take a little bit of your wool? Thank you. This is good for me. Yeah, let's check. Gunpowder? Gunpowder works. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't working with whatever I was holding before. Absolutely no idea. It's a nice feeling when you are somewhere you recognize, right? Especially if you get lost and you wander for a long time. to come back and see this completely randomly generated geometry, but you recognize it. It's nice. Like, it appeals to the monkey brain. Everything here is monkey brain, like, whoop, 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 whoop. And I feel appealed to right now, honestly. Call me a banana. I find it appealing. Alright, let's cook this. We can make ourselves some iron armor. Why not? Make ourselves safe. Bit less frightened of whatever is around the corner. I'm going to manually pop it on because it's fun. Obviously don't make a hat because you want to show everyone your Minecraft skin. I'm not going to make the diamond pick yet, actually. I'm going to work through my iron first for now. Is that stupid? Yeah. Are you aware of what video you've clicked on? You know who I am, right? You've seen this like old boomer zoomer. Zoomer boomer? There must be a name for my generation, right? Like I'm a zoomer legally. Legally I think I am a zoomer. I don't remember, you know, particular events very well at the start of 2000 that people attribute to millennials, and I was born in the 90s. But like, you know, I grew up with many siblings. Hello siblings if you're watching. So, you know, in the whole family, you know, the family unit, you have a lot of passed down stuff, right? So I ended up consuming a lot of millennial content, you know, on the TV and everything, and on games consoles. You know, I wouldn't be getting the latest and greatest all the time. It's not like my parents didn't get me the latest and greatest. Like, you know, I got a GameCube when I was small. That was great. But you know, I'd consumed a lot of millennial content, and obviously as a brother, you take a lot from your sisters, right? So I ended a lot of the things that I enjoy are things that millennials enjoy because I want to like the same things as my family. You know, like when I got my first MP3 player at some point, it had a USB on the side. It was crazy. It could hold like a 12 songs on it or something. My sister put like The Killers on it and like Gorillas and that sort of thing, and that's shaped my music taste because guess what kind of music I like? That's right, instrumental Toho. No. Well, yes, but also no. I like those. I like those bands a lot. So yeah, but I'm in that weird generation, right, where I don't really relate to most Zoomer things. Like where Zoomers are like, you know, they're dabbing and landing in Tomato Town. I'm not, because I guess a lot of Zoomers are like 10 years younger than me, right? And it's a big age gap between someone in their 20s and someone who's like just started teenagerdom. So it's a strange thing, right? And I don't know where to place myself. I'll say I'm a Zoomer. I've laughed at like a D's nuts joke, so I think I'm not a millennial, and I don't like avocados. Despite being like a hipster vegetarian, like I don't know what's up with that. I'm sorry. Just not a big fan of avocado. Like I love feta. Feta cheese is fantastic. It's delicious. It's acidic and it's crumbly and it's different to other cheeses. I'm not like other cheeses, Mum. It's not a phase. That's what it would say. Where are my pigs at, by the way? Any Bhutan? Kono Bhutan? Something like that? No. Where are we gonna go with this? I always have topics in my head, right? And I don't know if it's like a stream topic or a video topic because I don't want to be too weird in these videos. They're like more permanent, right? Yes, people will go and watch like the stream VODs, but I think not as many as these people are watching these videos. Oh, One Bone! I will call you One Bone Jonathan. You will be my best friend. I'm also going to pop you in my house because I have horrific memories from when I streamed Minecraft, that like yog pack thing, and all my dogs drowned because they can't swim. So you I'll be keeping safe and very safe and sound. Come in here, One Bone John. Come in here. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. God, you fool. Yeah, there we go. Let me just push you in. Here we go. Now, did I manage to do what I wanted to just now? No, I got 1 leather and 5 wool. I thought I went out to try and find some food. What am I doing? I wanted to grow like seeds and stuff. Oh, I got mushrooms. Do I have the other type of mushrooms? I don't think so. I have lots of these. I thought there were some toadstools nearby. I think I let them grow, right? Bugger. Alright, well, that's my phone. You know what I'll actually do, alright? This is a great time to stop for today. We found 3 diamonds. I've slightly progressed the house. It's still a work in progress, but I want you to be aware that I'm working on it, okay? I'm trying my best. I have a lovely orange carpet. You can... You can hear it, right? Like, it sounds fluffy and comfy. It's a good thing. I love a good Minecraft carpet. Maybe I'll, like, raise my bed somewhere. I don't know where I'll put it. I don't want to be killed in my sleep. I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's true. We'll work on this all next time. We'll build a little farm. We'll work on the house. We'll say hi to One Bone Michael, One Bone Jonathan, One Bone Tim. And we'll continue on our way. I think a farm would be a good thing, like some little fences maybe, and then like a little or like, you know, we could make like a little water feature, right? We could have like some cobble in a circle, like a start of a like a stream, like a fountain. We can have it going down like that through some is it a terraced garden? I don't remember what they're called, but you know the ones they have on mountains in South America, I think you have them. They'll have like these massive discs cut out of the mountain, and they'll have like the water flowing down, and then they'll plant stuff on these discs. We could do something like that somewhere. Just, it's more interesting than just having a square farm, I think. Anyway, we'll do that next time. I hope you enjoyed it very much. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night. I'll see you all next time. You know what? If you're bored, why not pop into my stream? It's nice to say hello sometimes, isn't it? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.